today for a very special reason and a very special cause. I know while we're all running around looking at fashion shows and seeing beautiful clothes, this is September 11th, and this is a day of important significance to all of us in the world, and especially to many of us in the fashion business here who had these tents up on 9/11. And Fashion Week changed significantly, as did all of our lives from that moment on. And so today we're here to acknowledge and salute and introduce you to an organization, My Good Deed, which has been working for the last several years since 9/11 to organize 9/11 as a National Day of Service, which has been recognized by President Obama. And this is a really, really important day for everybody. And we urge you all to really pay attention and have a moment of real silence in your heart and in your soul so that this really does resonate. And what the organization has done is put together a terrific auction of designer items. And there's about 30 of them, and I'll just quickly throw out a few names so that you can see all of the people who work with us here during Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week who have contributed something for this auction. From BCBG, Max Azria, Carmen Mark Valvos, Ralph Brucci, Charlotte Ronson, Dennis Basso, Donna Karen, Dewey, Hervé Legere, Maria Pinto, Michael Angel, Naeem Khan, Philip Lim, Rachel Roy, Tibby, Tommy Hilfiger, Vivian Tam, Willow, Vigal, Azarel, who's here, and all of them have contributed items to raise money for this organization. So we urge you to write about it, make sure that you get that information out, and you'll get more of that in a second, and more information about the National Day of Service from the director here, David Payne, who I will introduce in one second, but I want to acknowledge the designers who have taken time out of their crazy days here doing shows to be here with us today and to be part of this. And we have Yigal Azarel right here, who just had a fabulous show if you missed it. Joaquin Trias from Spain, who's showing here for the first time. Charlotte Ronson, who is showing in a few minutes, so we got to get her through because she's snuck out from backstage. And Lubov Azria, who is the design and creative director with Max of 3 extraordinary shows and collections that we here. We had BCBG, and we still have the Max Azria collection to go, and Hervé Legere. And so I personally am grateful that they've all taken the time to be here as well. So to tell you more about this, David Payne. Thank you, everybody.
Hi, I'm David Payne. I'm the founder of the 9/11 National Day of Service. I started this with a close friend of mine, Jay Winnick, who lost his brother on 9/11 8 years ago today. And his brother Glenn was a volunteer firefighter and attorney who was working in another building but had the courage to leave his place of business and run into the South Tower to help those in need. And he ultimately perished when the South Tower collapsed. And shortly after that, Jay and I sat down and started to think about ways in which we could honor Glenn's memory, but also the many other people that lost their lives on that day, and the thousands who stepped forward in the spirit of service in response to the attacks, and in working with the entire 9/11 community, developed the idea that September 11th ought to be more than just an ordinary day on the calendar, that we had to do something different, and we started reaching out to members of Congress with the proposal that September 11th become a National Day of Service and Remembrance. And it wasn't easy. You know, we had started with about 5 cents in our pocket. We probably still have 5 cents in our pocket, but with great support, we were able to get former Senator Ted Kennedy to put it in his legislation this year, so which means that the 9/11 Day of Service is as much his legacy as it is ours. And we then secured the passage of the bill in Congress, and as you know, today President Barack Obama signed this legislation officially into law by proclaiming 9/11 as a National Day of Service. So we're excited about it because we wanted to make sure that 3,000 people didn't lose their lives for nothing. We wanted something good to come from this day, and we had to work hard to make it happen. But you know, with the help that all of you have shown and so many others, and I want to pay a particular thanks to Fern and to Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week and all the great designers that have been so generous in donating your wonderful items for this auction. I am just delighted. And for us to be here at Fashion Week, it's very important because to us, the fashion industry sets trends. It influences a lot of people, and there are millions of Americans that look to the fashion industry not just for your wonderful creative designs, but also your thoughts and your opinions. And so the fact that Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week and all of you here and so many great designers are getting behind this very worthy cause, we think is a transformational moment. So I wanted to thank you again. I'm delighted to be here, and I wish all of you the best on this very important and historic day.
I'm here on the second day of New York Fashion Week at the lobby of the Bryant Park, and I'm here with the founder of Fashion for All organization that is actually represented here in the lobby, part of the Runway to Service on 9/11 National Day of Service booth. And I wanted to talk to Felicia and ask her what her organization is all about.
Thanks so much, Julie. Well, basically, Fashion for All is a nonprofit organization that gives women in low-income communities and women who are coming out of sustainable housing a day of dignified shopping and access to community resources. So basically, a woman comes into a pop-up store, she gets access to some really wonderful clothes for work and for church and for going out, and also gets to meet 10 to 15 participating nonprofit organizations. Anyone from parenting communities to Dress Success. We provide resources to empower women for personal and professional growth.
That's an amazing cause. Let us know how are you connected to 9/11 and everything they do.
Well, actually, it's been really auspicious. I teamed up with Style Coalition and 911day.org, My Good Deeds, in an effort to raise awareness for service during 9/11, which falls on Fashion Week. So we're here asking folks to log their good deeds and also raise awareness for what I'm doing with Fashion for All. You can donate, you can come to our events, or you can just spread the word.
Tell us a little bit about the auction.
Well, basically, we've solicited over 35 designers to donate looks from their spring collection, and the majority of proceeds will go towards the 9/11 families, and a small portion of proceeds will go to organizations like me, Fashion for All.
And I'm sure people can just go online and check out all the items. I think it's on until end of September, right? And the URL for the auction is here right now. Thank you so much, Felicia.
Thank you.